Can you see me? Okay. I can't see myself, so I guess I'm there.
Whatever. All right. How you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. Can you see me?
Yeah, like clear as day.
Knock it off.
You're good. I can see the green screen.
Cool. Can you see the
Everything
turntable?
is good. I can't see the turntables. Can you angle it down just a bit?
Sure.
Thank you, bro.
Is that better?
Perfect, perfect.
All
Now,
right.
if we can see the top of your head is cut off, so we can't see all the hair, but it's all good.
There we go. Is that better? I don't know. I can sit down.
That's much better.
I got a chair. So what's good, man? What's poppin'?
Team treating you. Life
Oops.
is good, man. How's the quarantine treating you?
It's good. I'm not in New York City, which is where I'm from. I'm actually at DJ Q's house. Um,
No.
he let me come down here, and then of course this lasted a lot longer than anyone could expect. So I'm just chilling here for now. I'll probably go back up to New York in a couple weeks, but yeah, got out of the hot zone.
Yeah,
I
definitely got in the
see.
hot zone.
Shu joined. What up, Shu? That's my old homie, man. Him and I started out in New York together, man. So
I think I've
appreciate
seen.
Shu.
Oh, go
Now somebody's trying to call me. What the hell is that?
ahead.
I don't know. Of course, I get a phone call when doing this shit, but
It's all good, my guy. Hey, but you well traveled, so I know being home, you probably never home. You never in New York. I seen you been in the Philippines. You've been. How many places have you been?
I've DJed in more than 20 countries.
Yes.
It's hard to list them all after you go past 10. I guess it's just like I don't know, but I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be in every country I'm at, and I really love DJing in other places. When you're DJing at home, you might not get the same amount of love that you get when you're on the road because
Yeah.
people just take it for granted. I think that you're the home DJ, the resident DJ. You know.
Exactly. It's just when people see your talent and they don't know who you are, they see
Mm-hmm.
you as that talent. But when people knew you perhaps beforehand, they see you as who you were before you started DJing. And it's just, I don't know, it's just for whatever reason in life, we just look at somebody from before who they were than today. So how
It's
did you
weird.
start DJing?
It's kind of always been in my blood. Like music's been in my family for my entire life. But I got my first set of turntables, if you want to mark it from there, in
Yeah.
college, way back in the day. I want to show my age, but
You good?
yeah, man, I got a set of turntables. I used my book money to buy the turntables and mixer instead of buying books.
Ooh. How was that
Yeah,
semester?
so because you don't always have to have every single one of the books that they make you buy for college classes right away. So I used my gig money to later buy that stuff. But I sucked back then.
True indeed.
You think you're so good, and then you listen to one of your old mixtapes, and you're like, "What the hell?"
You was probably solid, man. It's just you got so much better. You good?
Well, everybody has to start somewhere, right? But yeah,
Exactly.
that was a while ago, and more than 20 years in the game. But it's good.
That's
Yeah,
what's up. How has the game changed since then? Since when you bought them turntables in college?
I mean, the biggest change definitely is Serato. Because
Yes.
lugging around, 4, 5, 10 crates of records. Like I didn't travel. I just, I'm from Virginia originally, so
Gotcha.
from Richmond, and I went to school at JMU. So
Dope.
I would go from party to party, and then maybe sometimes I DJ in my city or in DC or something like that,
Yeah.
and just lugging the records around was a pain in the ass, man. And now all I have to do is, that's not my computer, but all you have to do is just grab your laptop and go.
Exactly.
I remember I was on tour or I was about to be on tour. I got my laptop stolen in Colombia, and then I was going to go on tour in Asia right after that, and I had to buy like just a interim MacBook, and I bought a MacBook Air, and that's what I was traveling with for like a whole tour through Asia, like a while back, and that was really interesting. I mean, it's totally like the complete polar opposite of having records, because records are so damn heavy.
Exactly.
At one point, I was in what's that town? Shoot, I'm kicking myself. Can't remember the name of the town. But I was in this club in Japan, and the bass, like I had my laptop. I don't know if you can see this laptop stand, but it's like tilted.
I can't see the left hand.
Okay, so the laptop stand in the club was tilted a little bit more, and because I was using a MacBook Air, the bass was like making it pop off of the stand, so I had to like keep catching my laptop as it was falling on the turntables. And you know, that is definitely a huge change. I don't think I'd be able to do what I do with records.
True indeed. So Serato has definitely saved your life, needless to say, because imagine you got like your record stolen overseas rather than everything. It would be way harder to bounce back. I was gonna ask your craziest story. Was that your craziest story overseas?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, what is it? Definitely not. I know it's got to get crazy. That. What was your craziest story DJing overseas?
I mean, there's so many stories and strange events that happen along the road. It's hard to pinpoint one single one, you know. Okay. But I say the craziest thing that's generally happens overall is like, especially coming from New York, and I guess DC DJ booths can be kind of crappy, but New York is like, especially like, if you don't DJ at this place every weekend, then you know you're going to show up and the equipment's going to be messed up if you're just at XYZ bar/club. And when I go overseas, I don't care if it is the most third world country, you are on this brand new pristine equipment in a really freaking video wall behind you with your logo spinning around and whatever. And that to me is like the craziest thing. I mean, that's not a crazy story, but it's
just like a crazy thing to continually see. Like in the States, no matter New York, DC, LA, you go to the DJ booth, it's like, but versus overseas, it's like, though, like I said, our world is just, wow, this little pristine situation.
Exactly. I was in Myanmar, and that country is really third world. I mean, it was hard to find a hotel that was even to like a 3-star standard. And then when I got to the club, it was like the nicest club I've seen. And they had just unpacked brand new CDJs and brand new mixer, and they must have spent like $6,000-$7,000 on it. And they paid me really well too. And I was like, wow, this is strange. You know, because the rest of the country, like, I guess in third world countries, the have and have-nots are like way far apart. But, but still, that was shocking. I thought I was going to be on some like, you know, shitty turntables or probably not turntables, but like CDJs or something like that were old. But no, it was all brand new. Like literally, the boxes were still sitting in the back of the club, like in the storage area.
Love. Now, speaking of your trips, man, can you explain this video?
What are we looking at?
Can you see the video right here?
I can sort of see it. Is that Petra?
It's like you were in a resort.
Oh yeah. This was in the Philippines, a little bit near a town called Iloilo. This is like Heaven's Gate right here. Not like the cult, but
yeah, like yo, I was looking at the video, doing my research on you, and I'm like, this is not anything related to DJing, but I was taken back and felt like a creepy feeling as I was watching that. Like
it was super weird. So like once you get up, you gotta hike like way up a mountain, and once you get up there, you can kind of see it from the outside, but it doesn't really do it justice. And then they make you walk through this like tunnel inside. It's barely lit up, and then you come through the end of the tunnel, and it's just like all bright white, like whatever that's ivory statues, whatever they're carved out of.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. And then this like God music is playing in the background. Weird.
It doesn't make it any better. And sometimes like you walk through tunnels in life and you don't know how you're going to get to where you are right now. So what was a point in time when you felt like you were in the darkness of a tunnel and you felt like you should probably turn back, but you kept going?
Oh man, so many times. I mean, even with DJing, long time ago when I first moved to New York City, I felt like that. I DJ'd at the China Club, which back then was like a big deal. Now it's closed, but after that, like, I don't know, they just treated me like, treated me bad. I got the dance floor crazy. And then, of course, the guy, that was supposed to DJ after me, wanted to take my spot because I got it so hot. And after that, I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this like this anymore. I kind of like, it was all pop music and stuff. And and I took a step back, and that I guess could be the tunnel. And I was like, you know what? If and when I go back out to the clubs here in New York, I want to do it my way. And so I kept going, and I came out the other end. I do it my way these days.
Amen, amen. I hear that, my guy, and I'm glad you continue to push through that despite people not respecting you as a DJ. Now you have a lot of respect as a DJ. You're real cool with Sway. So you DJ'd on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You DJ'd on Sirius XM a lot of times since like 2012, 2013. How did you make that connection?
That was actually really interesting. So I used to work at the Scratch DJ Academy in New York.
Yeah. And
they had a 10-year anniversary. I'm not exactly sure what year that was. But I was at the 10-year anniversary for the Scratch Academy. That was the first time I met a bunch of my heroes, and Sway was there. And I'm at the bar, and my homie's like, yo, Sway is right behind you.
Right.
I'm turning. Yes, he was. And he was talking to somebody, and eventually his conversation ended, and I'd already paid for my drink, so it was good. And he turns right around and like looks at me. I'm like, hey, man, I'm DJ Color TV, man. I'm a big fan. Because I watched him, I grew up with TRL and stuff like that, and,
right.
Listening to the Sway and Tech Show and all that stuff. He was so nice. He was so humble. And he's like, oh, you DJ Color TV? I'm like, yeah, I've won some battles here and there. He's like, yo, come on my show. Just like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I became friends with DJ Wonder, who's on the show too. And I was shocked to be invited just like that. And then I think I did it about a year later. I could have did it immediately probably, but I just kind of had to let that set in, because that's such a big deal, especially from like a big fan.
Exactly, that's definitely a big deal. And I feel like it just comes from your energy. Like you don't come off as somebody that's gonna be like really pushy, like, hey, I'm your biggest fan, this, that, and third. But like you show real organic, good energy, and people like good people. A lot of people don't understand like how networking works, but it just comes from being a good person 9 times out of 10. And I agree. And what other tips do you have for networking? Since you made a slam dunk with that one.
Yeah, that was just dumb luck. Honestly, that's how I met Spinbad too. It was almost the exact same story. I was at what's it called, Toka Tuesday, which was at this place called Cielo, which is now closed, unfortunately.
Dang.
But Toka Tuesday is done by Tony Touch, and I was once again at the bar, and my friend's like, "Yo, Spinbad is right next to you." It might have even been the same friend. Matter of fact, I think it was DJ Laser.
Keep that.
Yeah, and I turn and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he had his back turned to me, and then eventually he finishes up his conversation. I stand there and I'm waiting, and I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going? You're Spinbad," because Spinbad is one of my favorite DJs of all time.
Right.
And now we're friends. It's crazy just off that chance meeting. I'd say if you want to move back to the question, like how to network, like what's the best way to network, I guess is just, if you're going somewhere to do it on purpose, then sure, but just going and being at places that is a place that you want to be at. I love Tuesdays. I love the old school vibe that they have there. And, I've met everyone from, I'm friends with Tony Touch now, all the way up to Tommy from Tommy Boy Records.
Yeah.
I met that dude. Yeah. I mean, I'm not on his radar, don't get me wrong, but, I got introduced to him by another friend of mine, and it was just, you don't expect to meet these people in real life until you do. I met Talib Kweli there. I met Jazzy Jeff is through networking is a friend of mine, and he was there one night. And he's like, "Yo, come on TV. What are you doing?" I'm like, "I live right over here." Yeah, so it's just put yourself in places where you want to be. You know, for example, I started, you know, I've competed in the online challenges and stuff, but I put myself in the Red Bull Freestyle.
I did see that as well.
Arenas, you know, and I go there and I, you know, because as far as DJs go, like, we connect really quickly because we're all sort of the same thing. We live sort of the same lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
And so you just connect with people really, really quickly, and then you just build relationships, and yeah, don't forget about people. That's the hardest part.
That's definitely the hardest part.
You know, you end up meeting a lot of people. But yeah, just always be willing to, you know, shake somebody's hand. Well, these days, you know what I mean? But talk to people, you know?
Yeah.
It's good.
True indeed. And you said it, in these times. So you did a lot of groundwork. Now, in these times of virtual DJing and virtual networking, like, how do you think this is going to change the arena and the culture of DJ culture?
Now, the virtual thing, you know, what we're doing right now, for instance, is a little bit frustrating. Because, you know, you go to the club and you DJ for hundreds of people, and nobody really, you're not background music, you're like the reason why they're there.
Yeah.
But like, you a little bit go unnoticed, but at least you can see the people.
Exactly.
And then DJing in front of Instagram audience, for example, there's nobody in front of you, and it's a lot different. It's a lot, I wouldn't say harder, but it's just like hard to keep the energy up.
The connection's not there. Like, you have to literally be a battery for yourself, a battery pack for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. The spot that I play at in New York, it's my residency. I'm the music director there. It's called Solas. I would have the music pumped in. There's 2 levels and like 3 different bars. So I'd have the music pumped in all over the building. So sometimes the club room wasn't hot yet, but all the other people were in the other rooms, like in the lounges chilling and stuff. So you have to sort of like imagine how they're feeling, you know? Yeah. And that's kind of similar to what we have to do now. And I hope this doesn't last for too much longer, but we all know it will. So
yeah, we're here for a bit, but that's perfect that you got that practice without even knowing it, to be able to DJ in another room and just envision it, because that's kind of what you're doing. You're just envisioning that people are, this is the energy. A lot about choosing songs as a DJ goes with, for a lot of DJs, I don't know if it's the same for you, choosing the songs goes with like, okay, this is the energy of the room. So I need to go to slow songs. I need to go to dancehall. I need to go to Afro beats. I need to go to, you know, reggaeton, Latinx, whatever the case may be. It has to deal with the energy in the room.
Yo, gotta say what up to DJ Mix. He's up in here.
Yo, DJ Mix NYC, what's going on? How you doing?
He's one of the best DJs I know in New York. I mean, there's a lot, but he's excellent, man. Just always gets that energy going. And he's making these. If you get a chance to go to his profile, he's making these shields for the doctors and nurses and stuff, like face shields, and giving them away for free to all the hospitals and stuff in New York City, as much as he can. That's dope.
So DJ Mix NYC, let's tap in after this. Let's definitely tap in after this. Thank you for telling me about that, Color TV. I appreciate that. You know,
yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you for telling me about that. Actually, wait, are you trying to do a mix for us though? Are you down to mix with us for us real quick?
I mean, I can do a little. I got a little. I don't know, like mini routine I can play. Take a couple minutes if you want to hear it. It's nothing.
No worries.
It's nothing.
What was that?
Like well practiced, but I could do something if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you think?
Well, I don't know if you'd be able to. Do you see the turntables?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see both my hands?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's the important part, I guess. Don't need to see my ugly mug. Whoop. All right, so yeah, you want to start now? Can you hear it?
What?
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is that better?
You good? Hey. Yeah. Once again, this is DJ Color TV in the building right now. He's giving us a blessing right now. This is a blessing. This DJ has been in over 20 countries. This DJ has DJed in New York. He DJed in LA. He DJed all over the world. He DJed for Red Bull. He DJed on Sirius XM. Make sure you guys are tuned in live in full effect. Once again, DJ Color TV. Peace. Hey. Yo. Yo, make sure y'all put these fire flames in here, man. This dude's killing it right now.
Read all about it. It's me, so that has been doubted. I came to make you move and through the get down. There's no way that the crowd can sit down, 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 down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Yes, sir. Hey, that was fire, my God. That was fire. That was fire. Hey, thank you so much for doing that. And lastly, that was some of the sickest scratching and mixing I've seen in a while. First off,
Appreciate it.
no question. I want to salute you to that, man. DJ Color TV. I'm tuned in live in full effect at DJ Color TV. Lastly, what made you want to connect with Vibes, the DJ?
Well, actually, it's through Q. He showed me, what it was all about, and I like the fact that you guys are doing something for the DJ culture. So it's good. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
And you guys are letting on. You guys are putting on people like other DJs that probably wouldn't have a battle platform typically, because if you think about a battle, you think about like a freestyle, or you think about a DMC, and those are such like skyrocket high level battles. Not
exactly
that it couldn't be, but I'm just saying, like, it's cool that some of the DJs on here, they're trying their best and they're doing good work. Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you for that. Who you rooting for tonight to win the battle?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention too much, but I'm gonna watch.
You're good, man. Hey, thank you for being willing to tune in. And any last words you want to say to the people? Hey,
if you're DJing, then keep doing your thing, even though we're in the dark right now. And if you are not a DJ and you're watching, please support. We're all in the same boat here. All of us are out of jobs. So show some support, either with love, money, or both.
For real.
And man, for all the DJs out there, keep doing your thing. Keep battling hard.
Most definitely. Hey, DJ Color TV, love, appreciate that, my guy. Stay blessed.
All right. Peace.
Peace.